Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Amelia and I post new life and style videos every Wednesday and Sunday evenings. We are doing a full line review today, which is something I don't think I've ever done on my channel, mostly because I just don't have the capital to do full beauty makeup line reviews, but I do have $40, and that's how much it cost me to buy everything in this makeup line. Is Dollar General's makeup line. So other YouTubers have done this before. This is not a new concept. So we have everything here, and yes, it did cost me $40. Well, I guess technically $45, but the cashier was nice enough to scan a $5 coupon for me, so I saved $5. Shout out to that cashier. So first we have the Skin Finish Foundation Medium to Full Coverage. The line is called Believe Beauty, and this is what the foundation looks like. It's actually like a pretty like heavyweight. It's, I don't have nails right now, glass. I got shade Nude, and then I got the concealer in light beige. Then I got the translucent matte blur loose powder, which I'm like excited to try. I would love like a great powder, and if this was only $5, that would be amazing. I got some lashes. They had like a decent selection of lashes. This was one of the less dramatic ones. Then I got the Extended Lash Lengthening Mascara in black. They had this in black and brown. Then I got their lip gloss in Foxy. Probably looks like every other lip gloss I have. I got the light medium. These security tags are impeding me reading. The Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette. So it's just simply a bronzer, contour, a blush, and a highlighter. I think they just had two versions of this, so light, medium, and then dark. Then I'm very excited about this because I really hope this works. It's an eyebrow styling gel in clear. I'd mentioned wanting to try like a styling gel or wax in my February BoxyCharm video. When I saw this, I was actually very excited. I was like, oh, I hope it works. And then I got the Believe Beauty eyeshadow palette in Plush Purples. This is what this looks like. They had a purple, a blue, and just like a brown smoky one. But I figured, let's go for this purple, and then even picked up a Glimmer Pots gel to powder eyeshadow in shade Grapevine. I thought this would go well too. So let us get started. For whatever reason, I was like obviously thinking about this video and what I'm gonna say. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like one of those like I have to dump it out. Totally going to be a downside to this product, but it has a pump. We love that. I love that. Okay, I'm going to squeeze it on the back. It's very liquidy. Well, let's just try. Let's try. Oh, actually, this isn't a bad color match, but it was like gonna be way off. But it's not too bad. So 2 pumps pretty much covered my whole face. It says, what does it say? Medium to full coverage. I definitely say it's medium. I'll see if I can build it up real fast. I don't know how much this is really gonna be like full coverage. Yeah, I don't really think it's like full coverage by any means. Like you can still clearly see like my discoloration, but overall I don't think it looks bad. You know, like I have kind of zero expectations right now because, you know, it's just like Dollar General makeup. Onto the concealer. So it has one of those, it's like a flat doe foot applicator. I don't know if you can kind of tell. Well, let's test this out. So just over some problem areas. Yeah, this is not exactly the same shade. as the foundation. I'm gonna hope it blends nicely. Besides the sheen that this has, which can be, I would assume, taken out by powder, the coverage, like, I'm not obviously saying like my dark circles are completely canceled out, but compared to other concealers I use, this, not bad. Like, really not bad. Even just looking at myself in the mirror, not bad. And somehow, despite it looking very warm tone, putting it against my skin, I think it blended out very nicely. You can see it creases out very quickly. But as far as coverage goes, I'm very satisfied. Now onto the powder. So immediately the downside to this is like the powder is going to kind of fly about. So this says translucent, but there's definitely like a coloring to it. It's like a very light beige. It's not like, I feel like the Laura Mercier, right, the translucent one is pretty like, what's bone? That's the color I'm looking for, and this is definitely more beige. They did have translucent, light, medium, and dark. I felt the light medium was too dark, so this will be interesting to see if this provides also like a color coverage just based on the shade. So as usual, I'm going to dip my damp beauty blender into this and set my under eyes. So this is my face set. Like, not bad. Not bad. You know, does it work as well as other setting powders I have, like the Beauty Bakery, where I feel like it really kind of not only locks everything in, but just smooths everything out? No, but a lot better. It did not stick to any dry patches I have or anything. Like, beyond pleasantly surprised about this. I just feel like there are so many powders in the world, and I've used some pretty terrible powders, but so far this isn't one of them. But I will do like an update later in the day to see how everything wears, but first impression, not bad. So just move on to the highlight contour palette kit. This bronzer contour has like a sheen to it, and then so does the blush and obviously the highlighter. But let's just see, I use it more as a, there's a lot of fallout, as a bronzer anyway. Good pigment so far. It's very dusty though. Very pigmented. Blush, immediately just on there. I don't mind a satin finish on blush. On bronzer and contour, I do typically like a matte finish just because I kind of use it as both. So immediately there was color payoff, and I don't know, it blends well. It's not sticking to anything. I think it looks really nice. So just try this highlighter. I don't love gold highlighter on me, but let's try, and it is glitter. Okay, let's just really dust this out. So literal swatch on the finger. I think there also might be like an overspray on this, because when you first put the highlighter on, it just looks like micro glitters, but you are able to like kind of brush that off and get more of a sheen. It's still a little glittery, which normally I don't mind, but I don't know, I just don't love the way it's mixing on here. Like on camera it looks relatively fine, just, I don't know, not in love with it. Now on to this clear brow gel, which in hindsight I was very excited, but like I barely have eyebrows, so like what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. but we'll try. Has a very tiny spoolie. This feels so wrong. Like putting a liquid in my brows feels just wrong. I'm just not used to this because I don't even use like a colored brow gel because of my lack of brows. I'm just like, what's the point? I need all the drawing help I can get. But let's try it. It's not looking cute so far, I can tell you that much. I don't think I had the brows for this trend because this ain't it. Like, no. I know my eyebrows are normally terrible. They're even more terrible right now. I hate them. Let's move on. This, I guess, brow gel is just for people who have like full brows. It's probably user error. It just did not work for me, and now my brows are like crunchy and I don't know what shape to do, and I'm very like at my wit's end with my eyebrows. I think it's time I like get them professionally styled because they're literally just like two different shapes. I can't. Let's all forget it and move on. I'm honestly a little bit in a bad mood now, but it's whatever. Anyway, let's move on to my eyes. It says, this eyeshadow palette is curated with a selection of 6 highly pigmented matte striking shimmers and metallics with a smooth blendable texture. Versatile shade collection allows you to create both classic and playful looks that go from day to night. So here it is. So first I lined my upper and lower lash lines with the graphite color to just get a shape base, and then I went in with the purple on the outer corner, deepened that up with more of the graphite to get a real smoky look, put the champagne color on the inner and middle of my lid, buffed it out with the gray, and then finally topped the purple with the single shimmer pot. Okay, so this is the finished eye look. I don't hate it. Some of you might be like, well, you should. I think if I used the colors I had in the eyeshadow palettes I had and like love, I think it would turn out a lot better. Obviously I went for a very grungy look, does not match my top at all, but the problem is these colors just don't show up. And I even had to like retouch the liner underneath my eyes because I felt like halfway through doing my makeup it like absorbed into my skin and I needed to redo it. They'll like swatch fine. Like this purple, right, this purple looks fine, you know, for like a $5 palette, but then when you go to like, you know, blend it or anything, it just completely fades away. And that's kind of what I found with everything. These 3 shades like barely show up. This barely shows up. I don't even know where these went. This one was probably the best in the whole palette, but again, I had to like go over and really build and build and build, and I still don't feel like it got the real effect that I wanted. I then topped it with the Glimmer Potts gel eyeshadow. It is a gel, like you can see the indent in here, right? I can like press in and it like moves with you, which I've never had a product that does it. So this is what it looks like on my finger, and then I go to swatch it and like it's fine. I don't really feel like it's that shimmery, but again, it kind of like just winds up fading. They're just a cheap shadow, so kind of makes everything look muted and not vibrant and doesn't really like blend that well together because you constantly have to keep going over everything. If you want a cheap eyeshadow palette like ColourPop, ELF, like I feel like those brands are a lot better. Let's put on mascara and the lashes and maybe make a fuller look out of this. So this says it's going to lengthen in just one coat, lengthen, lift, separate without clumps. Basically the same claims as every other mascara out there. So this is the wand. It's one of those plastic ones. So these are my lashes. There's actually like really no clumps on them. You know, they definitely added some intensity and volume to my eyes. My favorite mascara, no, Is it passable for $5? Yes. Like, I mean, I'll probably use this. I think my lashes look fine. This is like very bendy. Like, look at this. And it's also, the bristles are just on like either side. So see how there's like no bristles on this front part, which is kind of interesting. And I actually think that's what it keeps from like making your lashes clump too much. I don't hate it. I think if you needed a everyday mascara, I think this is perfectly fine for how much it costs. Definitely don't hate it. But let's move on to the lashes. Now, I obviously do not wear lashes every single day, but I thought I would, you know, pick them up. Okay, so here is the finished look. These lashes are way too intense for me. Like, the band itself is very thick. I don't feel like it's very natural looking. I mean, obviously fake lashes like aren't supposed to be natural, but here are my Lily lashes. Don't mind how many times I've used them and how gross they are. And you see how like around the band they're separated? Like, these aren't, which creates a very intense look. It's not really a look for me. I don't think they're like bad though. I think if you're into like kind of falsy looking lashes, I think these are fine. They had a lot of different styles and a lot of them are very thick and very long. These are like the most natural I could find. Honestly, the glue, I have a slight sting in my eye, so as soon as I wrap this video up, these are coming off. I tried to use my duo glue and that was expired, so I did use this. Just the slightest uncomfortability in my eyes using that glue. And then I put on the Foxy, what I found out is a liquid lipstick and not a gloss, but I actually think it looks really nice. It's a really soft and smooth. The doe foot applicator isn't my favorite for a liquid lipstick. It's the same one kind of as the concealer. It's just flat. It's not very pointed. I like a more pointed tip so I can like really line my lips. I don't really feel like it's set yet and it's been about a minute. First impression, the foundation, concealer, and powder worked way better than I could have ever imagined. The concealer is starting to wear down a little. You know, I feel like you can kind of see the darkness a bit more, but the powder is only really sticking to the areas around my mouth, which is like always a problem area. The bronzer and blush I really like. The highlighter I could do without. The eyeshadow palette is a no. The brow gel is a no for me. I think if you had the proper brows, you could definitely use it. They did have other brow products like a pencil and everything, but I wanted to try a brow gel. Now I know I should probably not have done that. This liquid lipstick is really nice. It's soft. Doesn't feel like it's drying out my lips. I really feel like, yeah, it's not really set. You can see that came off. And these eyelashes just aren't my style. I don't think they're like bad or anything. I was able to manipulate the band and like put them on. There was nothing really wrong. Just not my style. So I am going to check back in a few hours to see how kind of everything wore. It is almost 4 o'clock now. And yeah, I don't know when the check-in will be, but it will be some hours from now. So this is my check-in. It is 7:34 right now, so it's been about 4 hours of wearing this makeup. As I said, immediately took the false eyelashes off. I also pretty shortly after took off the liquid lipstick. It never dried down completely, so it was just kind of a mess when I was trying to like drink or eat. It was just getting all over the place. As far as the rest of my face, you can definitely tell the eyeshadow has faded, and so has like the highlighter. As we get a close-up, foundation kind of wore from my nose The blush and bronzer are still kind of there. My under eyes feels like pretty much all the concealer and powder is gone, and then I mean, this is just a mess. The foundation on the rest of my face does look like it pretty much stayed. Overall, I'm not upset with this makeup. The foundation, concealer, and powder were, to me, the best products I got out of this haul. For $5, not bad. Not bad at all. And even the concealer, I think, is a great everyday concealer. The powder is nice. This last portion, hopefully, of quarantine and COVID and Zoom meetings and all of that, do not waste your good foundation and concealer. I feel like this is a great combo. $10 to throw on a face, add some coverage, I think is completely worth it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If there is a Dollar General near you, I would definitely go out and try these products. Who doesn't like good makeup and getting a deal at the same time? And yeah, that will wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!